Alrighty. I can't wait any longer. Let's keep working on our base. First up, I've already done all the outlining, but we've got to clean up this terrain. Just like so. Took a while, but we did it. And I guess we just jump right into it. There's going to be something here, and something here. So, let me start with the lower thing. The lower thing is a boat, or at least it used to be. Now we are getting into the parts of the base that I have worked on in creative. There's this, the thing there, another thing attached to this, and then a whole structure back there that I've done. And we'll get to about half of that today, the 3 things I pointed out. First one here though, let's talk about it for a bit. I see this as being our ground entrance to the base, functionally speaking. I still need to do an interior here. That's going to depend a lot on this building here, so I'm waiting until that's in to figure out what to do inside, because I did not figure that part out in creative. May have to mess with the terrain a little bit to make a path more plausible, or we could build some kind of scaffolding out from here. I think that would make sense too. But I think it looks pretty cool. It's a very simple build, kind of. It's a bit of an odd shape. It's an upside down domed thing with the, what do you call this, a hole? I don't know my ship anatomy, but you've got this upside down dome on a diagonal, and then it like flattens out into 2 straight lines. I definitely would not have been able to do this without Axiom, I won't lie, at least making something that looks this good. And then we got the gradual little slope up here. It looks very archy, which is intentional. There is a whole theme, a whole story I want to display with my base here, tying into the Ghibli aspects. The Boy and the Heron I watched not too long ago, and I really like the idea of the Wara Wara in that. They're these little like white ball things. They're fresh souls, haven't lived a life yet, and they all live in this boat in the movie. So the main origin point of all the storytelling of our base is going to come from this. This is our home ground for the souls. What happens to them? What else is going on here? That'll be explained a bit more today, but it's gonna require me to also build this thing, which I don't want to do yet, because it requires a lot of materials. So you're going to get a bridge instead. The bridge is done. Now this bridge mainly just serves a practical application. We have some pretty rugged terrain and we need to get over it. So I built it. I don't know if it's apparent, but I probably sound a little different. I'm in a new room because I graduated and I moved, which is why this episode may have taken a little longer than others. I apologize. But in good news, that time away has motivated me to work on this. It's looking all right. I'll be honest, there's a bit of a crisis here, and that crisis has to do with the whole nighttime thing. See, this building is really light and bright, and so is all the ground. We got 2 buildings here, well, boat and building, and they just don't stand out. Now, I've already got half of a lighting solution, which is what the rest of this episode is going to be about. On the other hand, I don't think it's going to solve everything. I'll explain this whole later. I don't think it's going to solve everything. But on a positive note, the trees have helped a lot. This factory building was looking really blank and I was worried about it, and then you just throw a bunch of trees on top. Don't have to detail anything. It's wonderful. I'll probably have to put something here. I actually have a decent idea. I just don't know how to do it yet. But maybe I figured that out this episode. If not, something will come here in the future. I'll brainstorm. This factory is the next driving element of the lore. We've got a pipe here. The pipe is coming up from the ship. And there's a hole in it. That wasn't a mistake. That's very intentional. I talked about a solution to the lighting thing. Part of that's going to be that hole. I'm missing the block that I need, though. We're going to need a lot of frog lights for this place. And there's currently no frog light farm on this server. I built one in my single player world like a year ago or something. I don't know how long ago. I need to build another one now. But this time, I get to use a tutorial. But I still gotta like collect the frogs and then breed them and then move them all to the nether and then get on the nether roof, and it's gonna be annoying. Let's go do it. I have found 2 frogs. Yoink. Where'd the other one go? Buddy. Oh no, I lost this one. Hello, I know I saw you. I keep losing this guy. I'm gonna go tie this one up, and then I'll come back and look for this other one. Hello, horse that still doesn't have a name yet. Take a friend. There you go. There better be one more frog in this forest, or I'll be mildly upset. There you are. Okay. We go back. Quick look for obsidian. Yes, I do have obsidian. Okay. I'll do a bit of a, Okay. Now we've got a quickish way to get these frogs back home. For now, I'm going to leave them here, though, because I need to go get some slime balls. Okay, slime balls are gathered. Now I just need to do a bunch of breeding, which I'm not going to show, because it's very boring. Be right back. Right. Farm done. To give a quick explanation of how this thing works, of course, we have our AFK platform. I was going to say it was designed by Shulkercraft back in 1.19 or something like that. Now, there is one difference compared to the time-lapse itself. The little modification I had to make because of version differences. You will eventually see around the iron golems themselves. I added these chains up here. They used to not die without those chains. Now, if you don't have those chains, they'll die. So there's chains there now. For those of you that watched me all the way back when I made my frog farm in my single player world, you'll know this one is a little better than my design. It's pretty much the same premise. You spawn magma cubes, you attract them with iron golems, they drop in the floor, and then frogs eat the baby ones. But their filtering system is so much better than mine. It's just a bunch of chains. It's really simple, and I knew something that simple existed. I just couldn't figure it out on my own. But we've got 4 frogs of each type. It produces a lot of frog lights, as you saw by me sorting through the chests. I don't think I'm ever going to have to worry about not having frog lights anymore. That looks like everything. I think that's everything. Everything of value, at least. Okay, let's get back to business. There's the stuff I showed here in these chests, but I may have a shulker of each kind of frog light already. We're doing good. Maybe 2 hours of AFKing made that. Now, I get to make a path from this all the way back to the nether roof entrance, and then we should be able to work on our lighting solutions. Okay, so what actually is our solution? Earlier, I mentioned Wara Wara and their little soul spirit things, and they come from this boat. Well, the idea behind this factory and this pipe is that some company, industry, decided they would be profitable and farmable. So, we're extracting them with this tube. But if we look up top, as previously mentioned, pipe has a hole in it. So the plan, I'm gonna fill up this bit with frog lights, and then have a bunch of floaty Wara Wara guys coming out and going that way somewhere. I'm also gonna need some glass I don't have yet, so let me work on that. Look at this beautiful monstrosity timer left me. Anyway, I got the solution. These lights, I knew they'd look good. I had already built them. I think I executed the burst pipe effect pretty well. These guys are supposed to be pretty lightweight, floaty, so as they burst out the pipe, they get shot horizontally quite a bit. They lose their velocity, and they start drifting away. We got the one super high up there. It's kind of annoying. When it goes behind a cloud, it looks dumb. But nothing I can do about that. All the other lighting I kind of had to figure out on the fly. We added a few glow berries in there. On the ship, we got the cracks filled in. Originally, those were meant to be air, open and exposed, acting almost as windows for the interior, but I think I like this solution more. The vines have gone too far. I'm going to use some string, but I do like what they're doing, covering up a lot of the glowiness. And then just replacing some of the blocks in the pipe with more frog lights and some of this stuff. It also opened up the opportunity for some more detailing. We got these cross support things here. Those really aren't necessary functionally, but they look good, and that's all that matters. Added more of them down here, and obviously a big highlight, something I'm very happy I added, animated fan. If you recognize it, that is a direct copy from the Mumbo Jumbo video on animated fans, which was inspired by Jake Kelton. Shout out Jake. I just changed up the cover of it a bit, the center block as well. Changed the aesthetics of it, but the functionality is exactly the same. Now, the reason I'm not walking up near them is because they are incredibly loud. Yeah, so for now, we're going to keep that off. But the whole place is glowing, and I've added some more trees along the right side, along the back. Encompasses this whole building, makes it all feel complete. I'm happy with this as a final product. This whole hillside, I think, is done for now, minus interior of the boat in the factory. Of course I'm pushing that to a later date. I did mention this hole earlier, and that I would explain it. Now's the explaining time. I do it all in the clips you're about to see, so watch those. You want some bells?
I guess so.
Let me show you the failure. I figured out who the failure is. I forget if I told you or not.
No, you didn't forget. You did not.
So I log on, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm in my grindy, get a bunch of stuff done mood. So I don't even have my earbuds in. I don't have anything. I'm just sitting there, doing whatever. And I free cam a lot when I build. So I'm going like this a lot of the times. You can't see it, but I'm free camming. And
Yeah.
I was working on the terrain. So I go into the ground.
Lovely terrain, by the way.
Thank you. I go into the ground, and I see one of these.
Huh.
So if you want to take a guess at how many there are. I don't actually
20?
have a number, but yeah, it's like 20 to 30. Sinna did it. So
What?
So she spent the time to place like 20 or 30 of these, and I found out they existed before they even got me. Quite sad. I felt really bad, so I left a bunch of them up so I would get
I heard
pranked.
that actually. I was a couple of I think it's like 2 weeks ago now or something, or maybe one. I don't know, 2 weeks, yeah. When I was getting mud, with your little mud farm thing that I never broke, by the way.
Oh yeah. It's very broken right now. I don't think it's your fault, but
No, I fixed it. I managed to make it work, and then I got a lot of mud from it, so I didn't break it.
good.
But there was a bell, and I thought I was going crazy, or I thought you had some decoration. So I looked around, and I didn't see any decoration. I was like, huh, that's interesting. And then I just ignored it. But these are there.
Yep.
I see. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, so you need bells for Rome. I can start uncovering these, and you can take your bells.
Yippee!
Very good.
What are your bell ringing stats, by the way?
Bell ringing
Crucial
stats.
information.
It's
Yeah.
higher than I thought it would be.
What is it?
It's 187.
That's rookie numbers. Rookie numbers.
Well, your base has bells. I guess mine does too, but they're all hidden.
It doesn't. My base doesn't have bells.
Well, you're by the village that has a bell. I'm pretty sure all my bell rings are from your bell.
I'm pretty sure all my bell rings are from the mill. How many do you think I have?
792.
Jeez, that's a little bit overkill. 316.
Okay. You were calling me a rookie. I thought you were in the big leagues or something. Now I'm at like 200 though.
500 right now. We're such losers. We're such losers, Tort.
We are. With all that out of the way, that'll be all for today's video. Future plans probably gonna be working somewhere up here for next episode. There's a few different ways I could approach the next few episodes, and I have not made that decision yet. But whatever it is, it'll be cool. So if you did enjoy the video and want to see the next ones, and make sure to like and subscribe and do the things. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.